No need to look any further, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your latest sport reports across the nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your
ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hey, what up, everybody? How y'all doing? This your dog, man. In here. I said I got Kels in here already. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm trying to get us some more company in here before we get rolling. All right. So, welcome to a new episode of the Mr. Cowboy Nation Show. I'm your host, Mr. Cowboy Nation. You can follow the show on the YouTube page, Mr. Cowboy Nation, the IG page, _ Mr. Cowboy Nation, one word _ and it's a couple of Facebook pages. This one that the show was shot live on, Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation McNary. Also, you have the page solely dedicated to the show. Let's Talk Football, Mr. Cowboy Nation. All of those are great ways to keep up with the show. Can you dig it? So however way you want to do it, cool with me. All right, so we got a good show lined up for you this evening. We're gonna get into Aaron Donald, right? Is Aaron Donald coming back? If he is, how effective can he be? I give you my take on that. CP not wanting to film practice, camp updates, and of course the Quentin Williams contract, right? So, you know, you got the comment section. Feel free to join in the conversation or whatnot. Also, I'm in a lot of sports groups, right? So I cannot get this show out to all of the sports groups that I'm in. So if you can do me a favor and share this show to your favorite sports group. If I'm in your sports group and you don't see my show, charge it. Don't charge it to my, I would say charge it to my head, not my heart. Charge it to my watch. Because I don't have time to get through to everybody. So I'm just kind of buckshotting it. You know what I'm saying? So if you would like to see the show in my show in your group, feel free to share it there. If you don't see it, I don't have a problem. I can't get to everybody. All right, so let's get to it, man. Aaron Donald, right? Aaron Donald. Is Aaron Donald coming back? All right, so this is my thing right here. Aaron Donald quit. Aaron Donald quit because, from what I'm hearing, he quit. Well, now this is a report. So he quit because he didn't have the drive to want to work and grind, and basically he didn't have the love to put in the work, right? So these guys, man, they work like the amount of work and dedication that they have to put in order to make it to the field on Sundays and Thursdays or whatnot. It takes an immense amount of dedication, right? So you talking about like Maurice Jones-Drew was talking about, he would have to leave his family for like 2 or 3 months at a time because he can't be around his kids. His kids gonna have him eating candy, violating his diet, right? So the amount of dedication, like it's a huge sacrifice, bro, to really get on the field like that. So. And he basically he didn't have it anymore, man. Like he lost the desire to really want to be on, to put in, to make that sacrifice, to work that hard, to really do what it takes to stay on the field, right? So that was really the reason he retired. Then he got his ring too, so he retired, right? But my thing is, so now all of a sudden you got the love to want to. I don't think so, bro. I think. He's caught up and he's out because Myles Garrett there, and he's like, oh man, Myles Garrett there, they're not gonna be double teaming me. But I'm just saying, bro, you've been on the couch for 2 years. And he's been working out. Like you saw the video of Jerry Verse going over there trying to work out with him, and he found out it wasn't what he thought, right? So is Aaron Donald in shape? I don't doubt if Aaron Donald is in shape or not. I don't. is Aaron Donald. Do Aaron Donald still got that dog? Do Aaron Donald still got that dog? Do Aaron Donald still got the desire? Because let's keep it a book, man. He plays D tackle. He plays D tackle, right? So, I mean, that's where it goes down there, right? So you can't be playing D tackle, lining up across from a Tyler Smith or a Tyler Booker, and you half-assing it, bro. It's gonna be ugly, right? So I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think it's a mistake. I think Aaron needs to go ahead and go and sit this one out. I do. I think he needs to sit this one out, man. 2 years away is too long, right? It'll be a great feel-good story. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I think Aaron needs to chill out, bro, and just go ahead and sit this one out and let the young boys have it, man. Let the young boys have it. Right. So speaking of the Rams, Lee, what it do, man? Night Owls in the building. Speaking of the Rams, right? The Cowboys had a joint practice with the Rams today, and it was private. And I think they kind of just sprung this on everybody, like it was private, right? So only like people with media credentials were allowed in. So you saw guys like Lando. Shout out to Lando, man. Lando tried to get in, he couldn't get in, right? So it was just, you had to have like media credentials in order to get in and basically get content and get footage of the practice. So a lot of what we're hearing from the practice is kind of like secondhand hearsay. There are some clips. I got some clips up on my page if you want to go check them out. But so from what I've heard from like guys like Patrick or No C Walker, he was there. NFL Network was there. They put their 2 cents in. NFL Network was really hoping that the Rams kind of dominated, because last joint practice the Rams dominated us, right? So I think the NFL Network, the guys at NFL Network, we know they hate us. They was really hoping that the Rams dominated us again, and so they could just run. Oh man, the Rams, it's gonna be like it was last season. But when they had to give an update, the tone was, it was turned down a lot. So what it do, man? It was turned down. They wasn't so excited. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't so excited to report what was happening in the joint practice, which was a great sign for us, right? But we about to get into that now. So the joint practice, my takeaway is, like, from what I've heard, the clips I've seen, and basically what I've seen in Trump, oh my God, and camp from us thus far, CD and GP about to be a problem, bro. You can't stop them. You can't stop them, man. You can't stop them dudes, bro. Like, folks, like, and I was kind of asking questions about Siobhan River. Man, Siobhan River is he gonna pan out? Because GP was really giving, he had a couple of reps on GP, but for the most part, GP was giving them the blues, right? But fast forward to this joint practice, GP was giving the Rams corners the blues too. So maybe it ain't Siobhan River. You know what I'm saying? So and CD did his thing as well, right? So man, I'm telling y'all, this offense about to take a step forward, and it's gonna be an ugly sight, bro. It's gonna be an ugly sight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's yeah. So yeah, I think CD and GP gonna be a problem, man. I really do. And so what I'm saying with GP and CD is this year. So if wherever you weak at, so you have to be, the defense is just gonna have to be just lights out, unbelievable. Because if you got a big physical corner like Siobhan River, big physical corner, he had a day in practice. So you got a big physical corner that's good in press. GP, we got GP to answer that. So you got a big physical, but then also a big physical corner is gonna have trouble guarding CD as well. So it's a lot going on. You got a linebacker that can't cover. We lined and blew up as a receiver. So it's a lot going on with this offense. I do not see how you're gonna stop it. I do not see how you're gonna slow it down unless you're just getting constant pressure on Dak. You're just blowing the line up every single play. Dak don't have time to run nothing, right? So other than that, if Dak got time to operate, this offense is gonna give you 30 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's just too many weapons. Flournoy, to be honest, Flournoy has been looking like he about can get 1,000 yards, but it's only one ball to go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Flo was looking like 1,000-yard receiver. He was wide open making plays on the Rams defense today. So it's you got a three-headed monster at receiver, three-headed monster at running back. The tight ends are nice. It's too much going on. So it's looking great for this offense. I've been telling y'all, man, this offense is gonna take a step forward. Second year under this system, Dak is more comfortable. I'm getting the Dak a little bit more later on, right? But I think CD and GP gonna pick up where they left off, and I think they bring it Flo to the party. Can you dig it? All right, so CP's scheme may actually work. I'm going off my notes. So CP's scheme may actually work. Justin Barron. Shout out to Justin Barron, number 45, third string linebacker, 3 picks, hat trick on picks. One of them was on Stafford, right? I think the other 2 was on Stetson Bennett. But the fact that a third string linebacker is stepping on the field and getting 3 picks, right? And I'm not trying to take nothing away from Justin Barron, but but the fact that the third string linebacker is stepping on the field and getting 3 picks lets me know that the scheme works, right? If the players run the scheme the way CP wants, it's effective, right? Because you got third stringer stepping in and getting picks. It's not a player-driven system anymore, like it has been in the past, right? So you look at that, then the first team from what I think Patrick C. Walker reported this. First team defense would have had 3 sacks. Run defense was locked down, shutting the running backs down. They couldn't get anything going, right? Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams was very disruptive in the middle. No inside runs, basically, right? Matthew Stafford struggled with the scheme. And keep in mind, Matthew Stafford is the reigning MVP, right? 17-year veteran, reigning MVP. And in 17 years, you've about seen any and everything a defense can throw at you, far as the skies is hiding blitzes, but he struggled, right? So that's a great sign because, as we recall, last year the Rams came to Oxnard and had a field day. They had a field day with us, right? And it was kind of, we were in denial because, hey, we die hard. We didn't want to admit the defense was trash, but yeah, the Rams kind of let us know in camp early last year that the defense was going to be trash. But this is not the case this year, though. JP is a bad man. Yeah. So what you got, Joe? What time is it over there, Joe? The Saturday night Dallas game will be on here early at 2 a.m. in the morning. Going to be a long night for me. I think you'll be all right, Joe. I think they'll keep you up. I think they'll keep you up, man. Because I'm real high on this defense, right? So preseason predictions, like with everything, like knowing CP and his pedigree, and a lot of people say he learned from Vic Fangio. That's the name that comes up a lot, but it's more than Vic Fangio, bro. Like he Vance Joseph, so he got a lot of teaching from a lot of great defensive minds. So I think this defense will be well improved. I'm gonna say that. So, and like, but before we get into the season, I'm gonna make a prediction. I said we'd be top 20. That's around 15 to 16, but I don't know, man. Could be a little high. It could be a little high, man. But I'm gonna be safe and say I think he'll get him up to around 16, middle of the pack, right? But like I said, Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark also would be a problem. I think that would be our CD Lamb and GP on defense, right? So you got those 2 guys. From what I'm hearing, the inside runs was pretty much a no-go. Like they were very disruptive in the middle, and you can expect that. And I said last episode, I think we forgot how dominant Quentin Williams can be, right? And I think Eberflus made us forget about a lot of the players on this defense because the coaching and the communication was so bad. So he made some good players look really bad. You know what I'm saying? So and I think Quentin is a lot better than what we saw last year. And pairing him with Kenny Clark, I think we're having a full offseason. BT Jordan coming in. I think we will see old Quentin Williams. I really do. Siobhan Rebel, I brought him up earlier. Had a day, couple PBUs. From what I heard, he was sticking to Puka Nakua pretty good. And that ain't an easy task, bro. Like Puka Nakua is one of the top guys. Like when I did my top 10 wide receivers, I think I had Puka at number 3. You know what I'm saying? So for Siobhan to be able to stick with him, like stride for stride, and I mean, that's a great sign. That's a great sign. I think Siobhan Rebel will make his hay in press man coverage. I really do. I think that's where he's really gonna show up. The zone stuff, I'm not sure. I think from what I'm hearing, we still need to work on that. But press man, his size and his speed, his strength, right? He's really challenging the receivers. You heard Flo bring him up in the interview saying that he's very physical, right? And it's challenging the receivers. He's making the receivers work to get open, right? So I think Siobhan is starting to come along, and I think he'll bring some physicality on the back end. I heard he had a hit stick too. They say he had a forced fumble, but they said that forced fumble was a hit stick. I'm a Madden players know what I'm talking about. So they say he separated the running back from the ball. All right, so I wish we can get a clip of that. That'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying? If that get in on the run offense in the red zone with his own plays designed for himself, yeah, no. I'm very inclined, Chris, to put Dak in bubble wrap, bro. Like we need to handle Dak with care. He is precious cargo. Can you dig it? Because with Dak, it goes all of our Super Bowl hopes. Can you like? We absolutely, positively need Dak Prescott here if we're gonna win anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very, 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 very cautious about running Dak. I really don't want to run Dak at all if I don't have to, but it's Dak, right? He gonna, when the chips on the table, if Dak need to run it, he gonna run it, right? So, but I'm not a fan of just really running Dak like that. Especially with what we got in the passing game, bro. Like somebody gonna get open, Chris. I'm telling you, somebody gonna get open. Like we have too many weapons, and with the way these offensive players are getting paid, you're gonna have a weakness on defense somewhere, right? So just like us, we beating the table for a linebacker because we not all the way sold on the Mike linebacker position, right? So like you can basically pull up every defense in this league, and there's gonna be a question mark somewhere, right? So, and what I'm saying about this offense is wherever that question mark is, this offense will be able to exploit it. I do. I from what they bring, what they putting on the field, they're deep at multiple skill positions, right? They're gonna be able to explore whatever weakness you have. So I think they're gonna average 30 points again. I'm inclined to go 35. I think they may average 35, barring injury. You know what I'm saying? So if this defense can do what reports are saying they did today against the Rams, then the Rams should be a top offense. Like they were number 1 in scoring last year, right? So I'm just saying, if Stafford struggled, that's a good sign because he didn't struggle at all last year. It was a field day last year. They threw a party on us. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good sign, man. So speaking of CP and this defense, let me know what y'all think about this next topic. CP not wanting to record the practice, and CP and Shotty basically shutting the practice down. And here comes Jerry. Oh no, man! Record your hearts out. Get all the footage you want. Damn Jerry, man. He can't help himself, right? So, so the reason CP did not want this, did not want like team periods and team drills recorded because he said that he has used like camp video and he has used practices from this portion of the season to scout offenses. Now, keep in mind, we stole them from the Eagles. We saw them twice a year, right? So if he's saying I don't want it recorded because I have you think CP has used camp, got some camp video from us and kind of got an idea how we want to use certain players. You know what I'm saying? So if and on top of that, he has produced top defenses in this league. So if he's saying he don't want to record it, maybe we should listen. That's all I'm saying. Maybe we should listen. Maybe we should not let our practice get recorded to give teams footage, right? Especially if his defense is going to be predicated on disguises and post-snap, pre-snap, different pictures. Now you don't want that on film because you don't want to give anybody any tendencies. So you want to keep all that on the wraps, right? So, but it's Jerry, man. He loves the spotlight. Like he gonna do what he gonna do what he got to do to get some attention, to get some get some headlines, to get some media coverage in there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think it's funny to me that the Rams didn't allow it. The Rams was like, "Nah, we're not allowing any of that. you can't come in here do." So the Rams get it, but we got to work with Jerry, bro. We got to work with Jerry, man. Jerry's gonna be Jerry, right? But I will say this. I will say this about Jerry. I will say this about Jerry, man. He do one though, ain't he? Ain't he do one? Like Jerry has been Jerry has been quiet this offseason. Said, hold on. What'd you say, Chris? Say you saw the when the Raiders had Tim Brown and Jerry Rice one sap in the defense. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's we got to work with Jerry, man. But Jerry, he do one, man. So Jerry has been moving very uncharacteristically. That's what I'm trying to say. This offseason, right? So a lot of smart moves from what I'm hearing, what they're saying that they're still exploring to a trade to add another. I honestly think that Jerry and Steven think this defense is one player away from being like a Super Bowl caliber defense. Very it to New England. Bet. Yep. Well, I think Jerry and Steven think that this defense is one player away. I do. Now, I'm not gonna call any names, but I don't get caught up on one name on one player, right? Because it's more than one way to skin a cat. It's a couple of guys that I think can put this defense over the top. I don't want to get caught up in one guy. You know what I'm saying? But I really think they are one splash player away. They think they're one splash player away from really putting this defense over the top. You know what I'm saying? So, and this Quentin Williams deal freed up a couple of dollars for the next 2 seasons. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I thought about too when I saw that. But I get into that a little later. What I want to talk about now is the mentality of the Cowboys. Like I said, with Jerry and Steven, they've done a great job reshaping this roster. Shada has done a great job changing the culture around here. It's no longer a country club. Here you go, Joe. I said I wasn't gonna call no names. But Joe, there you go, Joe. I mean, I like him too. But like I said, I don't want to just get stuck on that because there are a couple of guys. There's a couple of guys out there that I feel like there's one guy in particular out there that I really like that I think is a little younger. I think we'll have him more long term, right? Because him, Joe, I'm gonna say I've been saying 2-year rental because the knee don't look good, bro. It's a reason Baltimore pulled out of their trade. The knee does not look good. He does not look like a long-term solution. So that's why the Baltimore trade fell through like it did, because Baltimore was concerned about his knee, and rightfully so. I agree with Baltimore. I don't think I would have gave him 2 first-round picks for that knee. I don't think that was way too much. You know what I'm saying? So if the price come down and it's something within reason, absolutely. But 2 first-round, no, I can't do it. I can't do it, right? But at the same time, I think there are younger options that we can have for a longer, that they'll be around longer. You know what I'm saying? Than 2 years. But the mentality, right? So we've been talking about the Super Bowl T-shirt Dak Prescott wore, and I told y'all then, right? And I made the video about it. I said, man, the mentality of this team has changed. Right? This team, it's almost, and I'm I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's almost like this team has adopted a bully mentality. You know what I'm saying, right? Because again, rewind back to last year, the Rams kind of had their way with us. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward to today, for, from what I'm hearing, we kind of had our way with the Rams, right? And you see the videos of George Pickens, in the DB's faces chirping. It's a video of Dak. That came in hot. Like that came in hot. Like, let's put the clocks on the line. Whoever win the practice today, take the clocks. We're gonna take y'all ish. You know what I'm saying? This Dak talking. Right? So we don't hear Dak talk like that. Now, I always told y'all Dak talks a lot of noise, but he's strategic with it. You don't really see him talking like that in front of the camera, but he's like, screw it. Like they won't. This team wants to smoke, bro. They won't smoke with whoever, right? So, and I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it because we've been soft for too long. I'm tired of San Francisco punking us out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially from my QB1, I need some gall. I need some marbles. You know what I'm saying? So to to see the defense playing physical. They chirping, right? The QB1 chirping, GP chirping, right? And that's what we need, bro. And then after all was said and done, practice was over. The players said, "Hey, we finna run gas. We're 20. We finna run 20s right quick." And the Rams players like, "Man, y'all crazy. We not finna get out there and run." So in the center, to me, that was a psychological. It was a psychological thing. Hey, we willing to work. We working. We come here to work. You know what I'm saying? So not only did we get up with you on the field, we're gonna outwork you too. And when we see you later on down, they said, I think somebody, if it wasn't GP, probably GP told them, yeah, y'all get on in the back. We'll see you down the road. Right. So the mentality has changed. Like, they won't smoke, man. And I'm here for it. Cowboynation, y'all. So Kelly agree with me. Yeah, Kelly agree with me. So I mean, like the mentality, I love it, bro. I love it. I want to see week 1. I'm really looking forward to Saturday. I want to see if this carries on into Saturday. But it looks like that's who this team is, man. They won't smoke. It felt like they can give work to whoever, and whoever can line up and come get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it, man, because we been getting pushed around long enough, and I got a theory on why we been getting pushed around here lately, even though we were winning 12 games a season, you know what I'm saying, and getting in the playoffs and waiting to bed. I'm getting to that a little later. Matter of fact, we getting to it now. All right, so I got a question. This episode's question is this. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, right? So, is Maris Leofow playing out of position? And the reason I asked that, I like Maris Leofow going forward. I think he's very disruptive, plays with his hair on fire, very aggressive. I love the way he attacks the ball. He's attacking the ball every time. He gets there with bad intentions. And for the most part, he get there, the play is over. You know what I'm saying? So, but outside linebacker in the 3-4, you really need to be a lot bigger, right? I think with Eberflus, I think Eberflus really wrecked his stock last year. But I saw Maris Leofow as a rookie wear the green Dolphins in and looked great. He looked great wearing the green Dolphins in. That defense looked nice with him with the green dot, right? So he's shown that he can wear the green dot. Like, so I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. I like him going forward, but are we really sold on Overshown? Let's just keep it a buck. Are we sold on Overshown in the middle? Right. So I don't know, man. And I like Jaysean Barnum. I like D Winters. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I hope we don't trade him. I want to keep Leofow around, man. I really, really, really like Leofow. I'm really high on Leofow. I think we can use him. outside, inside. I think he can do a little bit of both. I think they're gonna do the same thing with Barham. They're gonna play him a little bit of they're gonna a little bit of rush to pass him. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, Kills. We need to give him a let's see what he looks like at outside linebacker. But my thing is like he's like third on the he's running with the third team. You know what I'm saying? He's running with the third team at outside linebacker, and we saw him start in middle wearing a green dot, and he looked great. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I feel like I feel like he should be somewhere else. I think he's a little small to be playing outside linebacker in the 3-4, but we'll see. We'll see what CP come up with. Culture change, coaches running the show. Yeah. So shout out to Jerry and Steven, man. So I remember driving home, like I used to go live, like driving home, and I did this video. I was saying that the Cowboys are sick, right? I said that they're sick. Like the culture is atrocious. This culture is not conducive to championship football. It's ran by the players. It's predicated on talent and talent only. There's the X's and O's are iffy at best, right? This is before Shotty. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got because we had I saw on depth chart. I got you. I saw it, but I ain't had a chance to look at it, kids. I'm gonna peek at it. But yeah, man. But in comes Shotty, right? And I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time to call this Shotty High a good one because this team has been headed in the right direction ever since he's taken over. They have been, right? So the culture, the coaches run the team now, right? When at first it was, and I don't want to keep throwing dirt on Michael Parsons. I know a lot of y'all, still hold him near and dear to your heart, right? So I don't want to start nothing. But I mean, the reports are the reports of how him and Trayvon was carrying themselves in the building, right? Not conducive to growth for the young guys, bad examples for the young guys, right? So you get those guys out, and like I said, you insert guys like Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Caleb Downs, Jay Sean Barham, or Kobe Durant. I love the way Kobe Durant carries himself. Right? Guys like that. So, and you can see it. Like you can see the culture change. Like their brotherhood now is a team. Like they are operating as a team. They like being around each other. There's no jealousy. You hear CD say, "Man, I want George Pickens to get all the money in the world because it makes my job easier." Right? So, how many times do you hear a number one receiver say that? Yeah, pay that guy as much as I'm getting. It's gonna make my job easier. We want to win, right? So it's the selflessness is, I guess that's what I'm pointing to. The selflessness is gone. It has left the building, right? So, and this team is, I like what I'm smelling, bro. I do. I really like what I'm smelling. It's a breath of fresh air. Days after the Wizards drafted the rookies, Maris got some weight on. So he did. So I heard he put some weight on. I heard he put a couple pounds on. So like I said, we'll see. We'll see Saturday. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get some reps Saturday. So we'll see what he's looking like Saturday. But so like you get a Quentin Williams, right? The Quentin Williams contract, 3 years, roughly 106 million, like 105.9, right? So 101 guaranteed. So from what I'm hearing, they got Quentin Williams and Dak Prescott. Their lockers are like right by each other. So they're basically the two leaders of the clubhouse. All right. So, and model guys like Quentin has always been a great guy on and off the field. Always carried himself with class. Dak has always been a class act, right? So, and you got guys like that leading the team. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. It really is. So, and the 35 million that's been freed up over the next 2 years kind of makes you wonder. Hey, this. So is this what Jerry and Steve was talking about? The trade, right? Are they freeing this money up to go make a trade? They could be. They could be, bro. They could be. Like they really could be. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hope they do, man. Let's get it, bro. Because I feel like we close. If we can add and first team all pro to this defense that just gave the Rams, right? That just gave the reigning MVP problems in practice. And I understand I know it's practice. We talking about practice, man. Practice. Right. But we was talking about practice last year too around this time. And it was embarrassing, right? Right. And it was embarrassing. And it was and little did we know it was a foreshadowing to the season, right? So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, right? So I'm with it though, man. If they wanna make another move, I honestly feel like they think that we are one player away from having a Super Bowl caliber defense. And I kind of agree. I think let me say this. So if CP's scheme, I think if we make a deep playoff run this year, I think if we make a deep playoff run this year, it would be because CP's scheme is just giving opposing QBs just fits. You know what I'm saying? So if I think that would be why. The CP scheme is just giving opposing QBs fits. They're having problems figuring out the disguises, right? The back end is making the QB hold the ball just long enough for one of the dogs to get home. I think some teams will be able to dominate up the middle with Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, right? So, but we won't be able to dominate everybody up the middle. So I think, for the most part, it'll be CP's game, right? It'll slow teams up just enough to let Dak and the boys outshoot them. But if we can add another all-pro to this defense, whether it be at the linebacker position or linebacker, I think we good at corner. I really do. I think we deeper than what a lot of people think at corner. But I think if we can add like a first team all pro up front in this front seven, I really think that will put this defense over the top. I do. Because I think we deep it is. I think we're deeper than what people think it is, Russia, as well. I think we're forgetting about James Houston. We're forgetting about, you know what I'm saying, like guys like that, Sam Williams, right? So I think Sam will show up. I think Sam will show up in this game because it's a lot of what he did in college, right? So I think Sam will flash some. Because we've been waiting on Sam Williams forever, right? But I think this game will be what the doctor ordered for a lot of guys on that front, man. I really do. But like I said, we'll see Saturday. We're looking forward to Saturday. So I'm gonna get on my soapbox, man, and I got a vent, and I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. But I'm gonna get on my soapbox, and I'm gonna get on out of here. So, all right. So I got some notes. Quentin led defense versus Parsons led defense. Come playoff time, right? I also got poor coaching equals player led, well prepared equals coaches led, right? So, and I'm really talking about the Green Bay loss where we got embarrassed at home. We went undefeated throughout the season at home, get to the playoffs, and just get destroyed by Green Bay at home, right? At home. So, and when they talked to Jordan Love was basically like, man, we saw y'all, we look on film, we looking at your linebackers, bro. Your linebacker play was trash. You knew we'll be able to run for 200 on you. And if we can run for 200 on you, that's going to open up the whole playbook. That's why you had tight ends just wide open by themselves on the back end, right? Because couldn't stop the run. And a lot of that was guys not following the scheme. There really was no scheme, right, with Dan Quinn. It was, I got a bunch of dogs. I'm gonna let them free ball and just go make plays. There's no real structure Lot of man coverage. Right. It was the inmates were running the asylum, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. And that's cool when you're playing 4-win teams in the regular season. That's cool when you're playing the Giants and they trash, right? You get away with it. But when you playing Matt LaFleur, right? That's been watching film on you for about a week, right? A great young head coach with some talent, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly, bro. Like, you need a system, you need a scheme, you need to be prepared for what these guys are gonna do if you want to do anything in the playoffs, right? So, and that's been our problem here recently. A lot of selfishness, a lot of me. I want sacks. I want interceptions. I'm not really concerned with playing zone. Yeah, I gave up a bunch of yards, but hey, I got a bunch of picks too, right? No team, like no sense of team. It was a bunch of me guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's not gonna win you anything. It wins you some regular season games because you're gonna be talented, more talented than a lot of the teams you face. So it wins you some regular season games, right? Yeah, sure it will. But when you get to the playoffs and everybody's talented, it comes down to who's more prepared. It comes down to who's the better coach. And like I said, it comes back to the head coach and the QB. If your head coach and your QB on point, you're gonna make some noise in the postseason, right? So our head coach and QB wasn't on point, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because Mike allowed that trash. He allowed Dan Quinn to let the defense roll with no structure. Didn't really demand that they be detail oriented, that they communicate, hey, what are we doing to deal with this? We know Green Bay like to do. What are we doing to deal with this? Like, none of that was going on, bro. Whereas with Shotty is very detail oriented. He's very big on communication. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the difference already. You really can. You can see the difference already. When the defense gives up quick touchdowns, the offense doesn't get enough rest to really have long drives. It's preach, Chris. Preach. And we saw that all last year, right? And to be honest with you, Shotty don't sure he'll take a quick 50, 60 yard run for a touch. Sure he would. But I think Shotty would much prefer to run the ball, grind the clock away, and get 7 at the end. Let's get about 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, get 7. Give our defense time to rest. Hopefully our defense can get a stop or a takeaway. Takeaway would be great. We get a takeaway short field, boom, now we score quick. I think Shotty really wants to control the clock, bro. And you can't do that when the defense is letting guys run scot-free on the back end. You're in a shootout every week, right? So, and I think Eberflus really, it wasn't complimentary. I'm gonna say that. And I'm being nice about it. What the type of defense Eberflus brought to the table wasn't complimentary to the style of offense that Shotty wants to play. Whereas CP, you can tell CP and Shotty are on the same wavelength, right? They kind of feed off each other, real competitive. What'd you say, Joe? It's hard to win when your offense scores 50 and the defense allows 51. Preach. That's literally the story of our life last season, right? Dak was all world, man. All world, but unfortunately for Dak, the defense was all trash. You know what I'm saying? Just bottom of the barrel bad, bro. Yeah, exactly, Chris. That's playoff football, right? So, that's what gives me high hopes for this team, for this roster, for the way they're constructed, because they are built. They are built for playoff football. They'll say they want to run the ball. They're built to stop the run. How many times have we got, like, and we're not just the Green Bay game. Hell, remember the Rams game when old boy got up off the couch and ran for 200 on us, right? So we've had trouble stopping the run for a very long time, and that is one of the reasons Quentin Williams is here, right? So with a Quentin Williams led defense, you got Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, all these big guys. We will stop the run. We will stop the run, right? So, but with a Parsons led defense, we probably had with Dan Quinn, we probably had the best pass rush in the league. Like with Dante Fowler, Michael Parsons, D-Law, like we probably had the best pass rush in the league, right? But we couldn't stop the run to save our life. And then the playoffs, that's going to get you embarrassed. It is. It's going to get you embarrassed. You have to be able to stop the run, bro. Because when you get into the postseason, it's about who can keep their QB clean, who can make the least amount of mistakes, who's more prepared, right? So running the ball helps tremendously. If you are able to run the ball effectively, that goes a long way in the postseason. If you're able to stop the run effectively, that goes a long way in the postseason, bro. And look, bro, I'm about ready to declare the Cowboys a winner of the Michael Parsons trade, right? Because are we sure that Green Bay will be able to stop the run? Are we sure? Are we 100% sure of that, right? Because I mean, I know they extended the D tackle, but they've lost some pieces in the middle. Rashawn Gary was a huge loss, and really you can really say we got Rashawn Gary in that trade as well, right? Because the contract they gave Michael Parsons made Rashawn Gary too expensive. You dig what I'm saying? So you really can say we got Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, and Malachi Lawrence for Michael Parsons, right? So yeah, I'm with that. I'm taking that every day, all day, twice on Sunday. Absolutely. What kills me not stopping the run and winning by the skin. Yeah. Not cool, man. Like that's gonna bite you in the postseason, right? So I'm just saying, man, like I think I'm cool with where we are as far as being built to stop the run. I think we're more built to make a run in the playoffs now than we were with Michael Parsons, right? Do we have that guy, that 12, 13 sack guy? No, we don't. But neither did Seattle, right? Seattle had a wave of guys. They had multiple guys going to get the QB. And that, in my book, that's harder to defend than, hey, Michael Parsons over there, let's just slap protection. Hey, Myles Garrett over there, let's just slap protection over there, right? Versus they got guys everywhere, and we can only double a couple of these dudes. We get everybody else gonna have to win one-on-ones, which somebody's probably gonna lose. If you deep up front, somebody's gonna lose. All these pass, the edge rushers we got, and the attention that you have to pay to the middle of this defense with Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, your attention is gonna have to go there, right? So these edge guys gonna get a lot of one-on-ones, bro. And what we got in the edge room, somebody gonna win. Somebody's gonna win a one-on-one consistently, right? So I like where we at. I do. I think we built to make a run in the postseason, bro. I really do. Barring injury, right? So that's it for me, man. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all coming through and hollering at me. I got to get on out of here. I'm still trying to figure out TikTok. What you got, Chris? I'm still trying to figure out TikTok, man. They giving me all type of problems. The Philly fans calling Dak the problem because he's selfish with his money and throwing INTs. But we all know Aikman threw it picking the Super Bowl. Man, Dak went 30 TDs and 10 picks last year, Chris. And I think Aaron Rodgers won MVP with that same stat line 1 year. Aaron Rodgers went like 31 to 10 and won MVP. Like Dak put up MVP numbers last year. Like he really did. And but the defense was trash. Like if you somebody blaming last year on Dak, you either a Dak hater or you just don't know what you're looking at. Like Ain't no other way to put it. What's that? Kaz Garrett was part of it. Garrett was part of it. We truly now, we truly now won't know if we won that trade until the end of Williams' contract. We would have known it. Man, I don't know, kids. I'm about ready to say we won. We got so many. This was almost Herschel Walker 2.0. Like, we got Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark off of their front, right? With Malachi Lawrence, dude. Like, yeah. Then Quentin Williams, who was able to trade for Quentin Williams too. So, man, I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm about willing to say we won, man, because Rashawn Gary's gonna come in here motivated. He's looked good in his defense. That's another guy I think we forgetting about. There's a Rashawn Gary, right? So I don't know, man. Yeah, Dak don't play defense. So Dak, I didn't see Dak running behind Malik Neighbors last year in the Giants game getting burnt. That was Trayvon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson didn't throw for 450 yards on Dak Prescott and then got cut, right? So that's how bad the defense was. Russell Wilson went for 450 and got cut later on that year. So how bad of a scheme are you running? Well, a guy that couldn't even keep his job through for 450 on you, right? So yeah, man. So that's all I got, y'all. I'm finna slide on out of here. Football, it will be here Thursday. We got the Titans. Well, I think I'll be watching Titans and 49ers. I want to see what Salah gonna do with the Titans, right? So I'll be watching Titans, 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks Saturday. I'll be looking to see what this defense got going on. Yeah, I'll be looking to see what this defense got going on, man. So I will absolutely, positively be back. It'll either be Tuesday or probably Tuesday night. We will be back Tuesday night, same bad time, same bad channel here. Until then, Mr. Cowboy Nation is challenging y'all not to be good, but be great. Yes, sir.